Well, my name's Tamala Solomon. The name of my nonprofit is Connecting Kids Inside Out. And the work that we do, we provide educational and strategic initiatives for services to underrepresented populations to engage them in activities either outside or inside and to engage their educational process and community services. What we're doing, I've kind of narrowed our focus to being strategic in how we're going to do our objectives. Our mission is to really outreach to minorities, to provide them with greater access to explore nature and the great outdoors. And how do we do that? We do it with students most so, and I had to look at the fact of whether they're going to be middle school students, high school students, elementary students, and how to reach students. So we have 4 basic yearly activities that we do. We have adopted a middle school, a Columbus Public School, Medina Middle School, who serves 481 students. 99% are on free or reduced lunch. What do we do with them? We provide activities that we go into the school, such as we have a 5-day intensive STEM Institute. It's similar to a camp, but it's really intensive. They have to do research. They have to engage in activities for science, technology, engineering, and math. And at the end of the week, they must present their research and everything to their parents, to the school body, to their family, to the community, and others who support our activities. We have another activity which follows up immediately after that, which is it's called Boys Trek. Boys Trek is geared specifically to minority boys who are young, 7 to 15. We take them on activities and adventures at Burr Oak. They fish, kayak, canoe, ropes. They do engaging things for boys. Play in the mud, play in the rain. They swim, but most of all they learn how to fish. But also if you teach a man how to fish, he can eat for a day or 2. So that's really our goal for that. Boys Trek 2 is a camping activity, which is down in southern Ohio, in Logan, where they camp overnight. Our next thing is a Let's Go Outside event, which we go into the Columbus community at a park in the inner city, and we service sometimes between 300 to 400 in the absence of rain. What we have is animals, petting zoo, fishing, outside activities, soil, water, conservation, how to look at the layers of soil. And then our final piece at the conclusion of the year is our girls event, which focuses on girls in STEM from grades 9 through 12. And we have a STEM session, concurrent STEM sessions. And then after that, we have sessions that engage girls in the whole body, which is popularity, hygiene, fitness, money management, resources, how to manage your purse, the Power of the Purse Conference it's called. And also at the end of the day, we've taught them this year, which just ended on last week, on voting, how to make change, how to make decisions, how to start something and be proactive with it. So those are our 4 initiatives strategic initiatives that we have for our organization. My passion for giving back to the community, I was always raised by a village, and the more I saw students, the more I saw young folk, I was like, they needed a village. They needed someone to connect with. And oftentimes some of them just have no one, and they just want some attention or some assistance or some care, to let them know that they are important. They can do. Just help them. They just need that little push, So that was my piece of just giving back. How can I give back to the community from which I came? The opportunity to influence others and make a difference. Resources. Recruitment sometimes can be a problem, but resources. Sometimes we think resources always as dollars and cents, but there's other resources, a graphic designer, organizational management, putting some pieces together, building some things. So it's resources, and it's not always the money resources, it's other resources. I look for my friends who have those skills and abilities. I look at women who are instrumental or who serve in organizations that can assist us in capacity building. It's, okay, so I don't have those skills. Let me see which friend has those skills that's willing to assist us, or what organization has those opportunities which can partner and connect and collaborate with us to help us reach our mission. So I look for people who can help us, such as when we talk about teaching kids how to save money. I went to my bank and said, Aaron, hey, I need you guys to come in and help me teach the participants on how to save, how to invest, those type of things. So it's going to finding people who have the same compassion and passion for what you do. Sustainability of resources is a big issue in every nonprofit organization. So one of the things we do apply for grants. We do have organizations that they will provide resources for us, where we have collaborative partnerships with those organizations who support what we do. So not only do we look at the sustainability of funding, but we also look at the sustainability of constituents or partners who can collaborate to provide resources that where we don't need to have actual dollars and cents. You have to know what you're there for. What's your real mission? You have to have some integrity. You have to really have a strong emphasis on community and give back. To know the purpose is not about me. It's about those whom I serve, or those who are seeking to be served. So that's kind of. I didn't think I'd be doing this long. So once you get in this, if you're committed, you better be willing to stay. You better be willing to look at change. You better be willing to look at, you cannot give up. Even when you at the end of your rope, you got to say, okay, I can't not do this. But there's always someone there to encourage you. So you have to refocus and get renewed. To know that you've got to continue to empower the constituents or the participants for which you serve. So the biggest thing in funding is your commitment of your time, your talents, and your resources. I would say you need to know the process. The startup process, but the continuation of the process. Because each year you have forms that have to be completed. You have forms throughout the year that must be completed to receive your funding, but also just the commitment of time. Because it takes a lot of time. If it's in you, it's got to come out of you, and it has to be birthed. But you have to look at the change that you want to make. So you have to understand, why am I here? What is it I really want to do? Remember, you can't do everything, so don't try. And that's the biggest mistake some organizations who are small nonprofits, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and that. Focus on one thing, complement those services, and grow those activities. You don't have to change them. You can enhance them, but grow those ones that you have. Say if you're doing a boys event for fishing, don't try to do a girls or boys or this, and focus on that one event. Refine that one event. Find the strategic initiatives that are going to make that one event work. Don't try to do more than one thing. Enhance or complement the services that are already out there. That's what your goal is. I would recommend that to anyone. Know yourself. Know what your commitment is. That is the most important thing that I could share with anyone seeking to do or own their own nonprofit. Be true to yourself, be true to your mission, but also be true to the collaborative partnerships so that they value what you say you're going to do. Your integrity is more important than anything.
Absolutely, thank you. And we seem to have covered a lot in this short span of time. But looking forward, is there anything else that we haven't touched upon in this session that you would like to add as far as best practices?
I think do not get involved with this if you're not willing for the long haul. It's the long haul, because you're going to have some painless days, you're going to have some crying days, you're going to have some upset days. But place people around you that care about you, because if they care about you, they'll help push you and they'll help say, hey, this is what we need to do. I always have a focus group to kind of figure out, okay, what went wrong at the end of the day? What should we change? How can we refine what we did? How could we complement this better? What do we need to do that changes our focus on really making sure that our message was clear? If I could impart anything, be honest and be in integrity. One of the most important things about nonprofits is the use of funds that's provided to support them. So oftentimes I tell folks, I work a job. I drive a long way to get to work every day. So this is not something that I'm taking from, it's something that I'm giving to. So, your integrity, your values, what your purpose, know your purpose. If your purpose is to change the community that you desire to impart your services, just understand that you better know what you're getting into for the long haul, being sustainable. You can't give up after the first year. You can't give up after the second year. I've been in this game for 8 years, and we've been able to survive because of our support of our volunteers, because of the support of organizations that believe in us, because of the support of the community who understand who we are. I deal with kids who I have never seen. They will drop them off to our sites. They will drop them off by bus, and we take them to an hour, 2 hours away. They engage their trust in us. So understand, you must be trustworthy for them to really say, hey, I'm dropping my most valuable package off for you to trust your care. So that's the important piece.